So we'll have to see what the build ends up being for Look for Smile. They're going to go Treant. Which, okay. Treant, Rubik, Void, and Ogre might mean that they're going to try the Rubik mid that was tried
10 seconds remaining.
yesterday.
5 seconds remaining.
I believe by D-Stones in game 1, and it just got absolutely manhandled. So I'm worried about this lineup now for Look for Smile. Just because I'm not really confident on this Rubik. And I don't see it going anywhere but mid now with Treant and Ogre. But of course, that kind of change is always up in the air. If they say want to put Ogre in the off lane and have Treant and Rubik support. Zeus is picked up, moving Lina not most likely, but potentially over mid or Zeus mid. We've been seeing a lot of 4 Zeus, and CDEC played the 4 Zeus as well. James played it yesterday in the tiebreaker game.
10 seconds remaining.
As they went Venom mid, Morphling safe lane, and Clock off lane. So they banned the Morphling.
10 seconds remaining.
Very popular pick coming into the second half of, or the second day of these qualifiers. And we'll have to see what CDC feel comfortable banning here. I know it was like anti-mage last time we saw Rubik mid, but obviously we've got the Void already picked up.
Team pick. Dire team pick.
They go Gyro. So Gyro's safe. We'll see what Zeus or Lina goes mid. Lich in that 5, Axe in the 3. And they banned the TA, so maybe thinking Ogre off lane. Rubik, Treant as your supports.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
They go Viper.
Choose your hero.
Okay. I like that pick. And who does that put off lane? Dog, so yeah. So the Ogre off. Huh. Yeah, I haven't been seeing that much recently. It kind of fell out of favor. I'm surprised to see it here. But overall not too terrible, and we'll see what they want to, or how they go about their game plan with this, how early they're going to get aggressive, what the Ogre build is going to be.
5 seconds remaining.
And then for CDC, it is the mid Zeus, so it will be 4 position Lina, safe lane Gyro, off lane Axe. So, CDC, again, should be the stronger team overall. We'll see if that holds true. I'm not a huge fan of this lineup coming out from LFS. Let me switch the overlay up.
Prepare for battle.
And the ogre in the off lane, we'll see what he ends up accomplishing. Looks like for now, at least, he'll be with the Rubik. And then Eve here, safe lane, at least for now, with the Lich. So 2-on-2 setting up, at least for now. For CDC, I'm not sure if it's going to stay that way for LFS. I think they might just go for first blood here and then move a support over, which is usually the go-to.
"30 seconds to battle."
So let's see if they could get a kill here. I think the only one it's really going to potentially be on is Victoria.
The battle begins.
But yeah, they don't get too close. There'll be 2 bounty runes here for Xuan on the side of LFS. And then CDC, they pick up 2 over top. So 2 for 2. Not terrible. Again, still setting up for first blood. We'll see if they could get it. I'm like, it's so hard to... Yeah, they just TP out, I believe, right? Yeah, they bring the tree on top. It's so hard to... I'm trying to, like, control my vocal cords to not have this terrible sound. And I sound normal at times, and other times I sound like this. It's just a long day yesterday. The last 2 days. So, Viper against the Zeus. We'll see how XM is going to approach this lane. You've got Lina, who's going to be your support with Lich, so we'll see if any rotations are possible. I don't think Gyro is in terribly too much trouble here over bottom, so maybe we see the Lich move a bit or focus more on pulling and stacking. Ooh, missed that pull. Did get the range creep, though. You do want to make sure that you get that away from the Rubik, but can't do so, and the right click does land to get that range creep. Take a look over at the mid lane so far. 10-2 to the 9-1, so Viper keeping up right now with Zeus. And, you know, this lane should be relatively even until maybe we see Viper get a bit in the Nether Toxin and making it harder for XM to kind of stand here and bang. Doesn't look like he's going to go that direction. Sometimes you see that. Where you're heavy on the Nether Toxin against, say, like an Alchemist. But here against XM, it might just be better off going poison attack and get those shots in where you can. They do get the Rubik. They might actually get the Ogre, too, if they chase. But with Gyro already so low, it's hard for them to make the move over and commit to it, looking for a potential rocket barrage. But Rubik going down for first blood, and Lane's looking decent here for CDC. And look at where the Void is. He's just forced to sit back. Look for these creeps under the tower. But they're going to cliff. They're going to battle hunger. They are going to harass up this Void. We'll lose Victoria over bottom. The chase is on. They'll look for the stun. It lands on 2. And all of a sudden, Void in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have time walk for 16, and he's just going to die. Stun hits onto the Treant Protector, and the chase is still on. Might be able to get a second, but he falls invis, and James and 1-2-3 can't spot him. So getting that kill on the Void, he has to be careful again. It's only level 1 in the time walk, and when these creeps are here, you can go under this tower and harass him, especially just sitting here time walk on cooldown.
Such mimicry.
So, time walk used again in that level 1 cooldown. Just 24 seconds is so hard to time correctly if you're in a bad spot the way this Void is, with just the harassment coming out of the tower. But now just the axe here. Looking to park near these bounty runes, hoping that the Treant doesn't get there. They'll grab both the top ones. They look for the bottom ones. Rocket Barrage coming out on Xuan, and they've got the Sinister Gaze pulling them away from the bounty rune. Frost Blast comes out, then the stun is a little bit late. Rubik trying to run, but they've got Frost Blast again. Salve used, stays alive, and Viper comes over. Lich will die. Gyro gets out, but Viper rotates. So Viper rotates, forced all the way back over mid by walking. Bottle over for XM. Oh boy, Viper in a lot of trouble. Shield is out. They have Sinister Gaze. Keep him close. Might just be dead. The ulti does fly, and Lich will be okay. So 2,000 net worth lead here for CDC. Really controlling these lanes. They get the call. 1 spin so far. Hoping for those multiple spins. Really trying to get the Treant low, because even though he's got that heal, it's only level 2 and easier to break through when you've got the Lina nearby and you get a couple of spins. Couple again though on the Void. Now there's LSA to follow it up. Has a heal, but I believe it was already used, and Xuan will go down, but you take a look over top. They kill off the tree, and Ogre needs to fall back. And CDC come away with 2 kills again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ooh, Viper Strike, Axe on the run. Might die here, gets the call out. Still running the stun from Lina.
Dire's top
Ooh.
tower is under attack.
Under 100 health, getting away from the Viper. That's not something that really happens all too often. Telekinesis has the frost shield, though Treant coming over and we'll get the root. Leech Seed still surviving. And again, they can't secure these kills. And Axe and Gyro are going to shrine together. So, 3 heroes over here top for CDEC. Looking to potentially push this tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Let me grab this tier 1 tower over towards top. I mean, it's 100 gold each. And looking pretty good, and continuing to grab this advantage for right now. Switching over the net worth. 9 minutes in. Ooh, Lich going down. They've got 1, 2, 3 rotating. Maybe looking for the Treant, but again, he could just get out with the Nature's Guise. Don't have the vision to keep him. You know, keep your eyes on him. These 3 heroes putting some pressure onto the tier 1. But while they are, Gyro's continuing to farm and Void just drops. That's going to be over mid as Thunder God's Wrath is used again by XM. He's having a fantastic game, sit top the net worth. Dust, this is going to be good here. Treant in trouble. They got the call down, Battle Hunger. They've got Chase. They've got the dunk. They'll grab the kill. And it's a really good combo there to have Axe be able to run with the phase boots, have the frost shield on him, and then from there get a call because he sold them up, and it gives him an opportunity to get in call range. Homing missile flying through. It's the Ogre. Got Ogre and Rubik looking ready to react, but they're going to need a +1 if they really want to make a legitimate move here. Continuing to control these lanes and shut down the Void. He was so far behind, and you compare him to the Gyro, he's 1,500 gold back. Even the Ogre has more gold than the Viper. Trying to slowly get into this Midas. Feels bad when you get your TP stopped like that. This Axe has had such an easy time. You know, it hasn't died. 3 kills, going into the blink. And throw the stun out, but there's the frost shield. The chase will be there, and they'll have XM to help. As they could grab the call, they might be able to get a kill, but I think maybe 1, 2, 3 got a little uncomfortable in realizing rotations were coming in. And he was right to realize that and back off. You know, Viper and Treant coming over bottom. So that forces them back. We'll try to continue to defend this bottom tier 1 though. Maybe they'll have the Gyro join, or even the Lina have that burst damage of the Laguna Blade.
get nothing.
Just when you're able to find this much space, and it's not even just the course. Look at where the Lena's at. Up above the Void, who just now doubling back for Midas. That's a hard spot to be in. You're hard pressed now because you're going Midas up multiple heroes. I don't know if the Rod of Atos is even going to be in time. You're not working with your Void. Blink's there for the axe. They're going to use it. They're going to debut it. They're going to try and get as close as they can to get a catch. It's on cooldown, so I'm not sure if they showed it. But they want to maybe pressure with it immediately and
Dire are scanning.
get somebody out unsuspected. Might be the Viper. He's already just about half health.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
By the tree and the stone, they've got the rocket barrage with call down. They'll get the kill. Meanwhile, back bottom, Thunder God's Wrath is used. Chuan goes down. Sinister Gaze from a little ways back, but no fob. Chrono, questionable. They might get the Lich. They will, but you need to be careful on that Void. And almost put himself in a bad spot. If there was another one there, maybe the Gyro or the Lena, you're dead because Laguna Blade is available on James. I need to bring multiple bottles of water between games. I've already gone through one. Call Void. Ooh. Oh, the Ancient Prowler trying to help out.
The jungle has everything Axe desire.
Ward placed down. Also have vision in the axe. I've got the sentry here, so they know that they don't have vision of the tree, but how far out he's really able to go, or confident feel going, is up to him within those wards. We're trying to farm as best he can, but there's the call. Dragging him towards the team. Sinister Gaze, call down. And the Chain Frost committed, so they should have the kill with the dunk, and will.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Call again here on the Void. Gouda Blade hits, and they kill the Void too. Two quick kills like that, and you're gonna extend your lead. You slow down the Rod of Atos. The Void, I think he's given up on Midas unless it's on its way. Yeah, giving up on the whole Midas as it going Maelstrom.
Has been denied. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's good pressure coming out from CDEC in the right spots. Not really pulling too far out, or pushing too far out. Has 5,000 net worth lead, using what they can to their advantage. Working off cooldowns, working off bad positioning from LFS. We could take advantage of these things. It's gonna put you ahead and make it really tough for LFS to come back in, because right now they're relying heavily on their Void. Ogre, he's got a decent chunk of gold, but he's just there as your utility and your tankiness. With this time and space that they're getting, it gives a little bit of time for LFS to farm, but you're talking about a Blade Mail about to be finished on the Axe, XM going into an Axe that's almost finished at 250 gold, and then Lena, who's the position 4, has an Aether Lens going into a Yule's. Like, this is a very farm Lena, above the Void still. A BKB next for Eve.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
They've got the Ags, they've got the Nimbus. Bottom.
Are fortified.
They just TP'd the Lich out and he used that ulti to throw and maybe back them off.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What you can notice is net worth lead, while it is going down, is mainly on where the ogre's net worth is and a little bit of the Viper. It was 5,000, hit 3,000, but they're still ahead in my eyes. Still very much ahead. I just don't think Renovatos is going to be enough. You need a bit more. It has to feel like this ogre is participating as well. Under God's Wrath comes out. They'll get vision here of LSF. Or LFS. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. And this is what you've got too. A combination here for CDEC. Every time you've got Nimbus up, which is only on a 24.5-second cooldown. You blink call, have the Nimbus. It's going to make it easier for you to get to that dunk threshold. So nobody's really too safe. Meanwhile, kind of pincering on James as well as this Lich. This LSF, or LFS, and they're able to get a kill. And it's just a Lich, so they don't really mind too much on CDC. They're going to chase James. I don't think they should commit the Chrono to this. And they won't. They'll just get the kill.
A death foretold.
That's the right play.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Still though 4,000 net worth, despite giving up those 2 kills. And what's really interesting though, for LFS,
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
is you get that kill on Alina, and Alina is a high net worth hero. Way behind this Void is really caught up quite well. You know, not to the to the level of where the gyro is, but recovering, getting there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I guess I could roleplay Batman if I wanted to. They're starting to pinch in. They've got an axe with invis, and this could be a multiple hero call if they're not too careful. Could be 3. There God's Wrath blink call. Hits on the Void. They've got themselves 1, but the Rod of Atos comes in from the Viper. Shield's not going to be enough. Rocket Barrage comes out. The 7x spree going to the Viper. Telekinesis is out onto the Gyrocopter. Popping the BKB in the Nimbus still. Trying to run. Gets hit again. Rocket Barrage. Ooh, there's 1 more. And they'll grab a second with SGR going down. So, 3 for 1. A lot easier when I start getting into the groove to help, like, move my vocal. I don't know if I'm moving my vocal cords. I'm not trained in that kind of stuff. But, like, moving my throat to make it sound more normal. I speak faster and get higher energy into it. It sounds a little bit more normal. The Eagles on the Ogre. I just don't think these items, like, yes, they're utility items. You're going to stay alive a little bit longer. You've got the pipes, and against Lena and against this Witch and Zeus, it's going to help. But we'll see if that's enough. You know, compare that to, say, something like the Clockwork or Night Stalker. It's giving you a silence. It's giving you, you know, the Void. Sometimes reading chat is pretty funny. Telling me to go with a Batman-style
Dire
cast.
structures are fortified.
I'm trying to think of what lines you could do. They lose vision. They don't know where the Dire are. Where is she? Where's Rachel? That's always the scene I think of in Batman. I don't know why. But they do smoke up. They'll put pressure on towards the triangle. They'll find the Rubik, get the blink call, easy dunk. So just an easy pick off. Maybe more. Oh, a lot of Atos. Boy, thinking about the Chronosphere, they drop down the Nimbus. They've got the stun from the Ogre, and Axe gets caught out. Well, their 4 heroes are there. And surrounding the Axe like that. Getting a kill. Ooh, Chronosphere was committed. They will get Polina? No. They've got the Frost Shield. They've got the Yules. They'll have the Laguna and Void. After having that kill on the Axe, gets a little too aggressive and then ends up dying. Rocket Barrage is stolen, but again, does it really matter? Can the Rubik even get that close?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And when you're not able to kill the Lina, it just... that's gotta feel bad. And then not only that, you lose your life.
Radiant are scanning.
Arms for the dead. What sort of prize is this?
So, I mean, you're talking about a 4 position that's kind of transition, and now gonna get a blink too. We're gonna have mobility, get close enough to throw the Laguna Blade, and you've got Aether. So look, you can look at the range of how far you can get it in. You could stay in a good, safe spot with that blink. Two, three. He's going into a BKB, so BKB there. Gyro's got his BKB. That's down to 9 seconds after he used it. And the engagement here, a couple minutes back. And Zeus boots of travel. Has the gold for a blink. I wonder if he's gonna hold it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
XM's been having a really good game. His laning phase was great.
Radiant's middle
Didn't
tower
die
is
yet.
under attack.
4-0 and 9.
Dire's
It helping
top
out,
tower
and
is
when
under
you've
attack.
got yourself a Zeus, whether it's in the 4 or in the 2, you know, you have Thunder God's Wrath, and usually it's not even used within the fights. It's more used within looking for vision. If you feel that they're off the map, if you don't see the enemy team for a little bit, you just throw that Thunder God's Wrath, and you spot where they're at, and then you can game plan off that. And when you've got heroes like Axe who can use that information to blink call, and if you're making a move too, it's always, you know, always good to have that Zeus and have his ult ready. So, we'll see how CDEC attempt this. Coming into these next couple minutes, we might have caught the tree. Yeah, they've spotted him. Kill there for James. They threw the Nimbus down. I don't know if they just happened to get vision on him. They do have the sentry here, so yeah, maybe they saw him near the area. Staying near Roche. spot this ward and take it out. It's also the great thing about Zeus taking away vision like that. Making you feel a little bit more comfortable, especially near the Roche pit when you can take away where your enemy's able to see. Makes it easier for you to move around the map and use those heroes like Axe who can blink in and find a stop. I'm a little surprised though. CDEC are playing a lot more conservative at the moment. They're waiting maybe on the BKB on Axe, but they've got a lot of tools here to kind of make the jump on LFS. Hey, the gyro. We'll get the BKB, blink call, hits the Viper, into the Nimbus, into the call down, but not enough damage. So, they play it a little bit safe there. They don't jump in. They realize they weren't doing enough damage there onto the Viper. He does have that mech. He's got the pipe, so he's very survivable at the moment. And it does make it feel like CDC kind of have these problems of bringing down these heroes on LFS and no longer. They give the time out, especially to this Void. It's going to be tougher. And I think LFS, down 6,000 net worth, they shouldn't feel poor, bad at all being down this much. And I think they're in a decent spot to potentially take this game back.
Arms for the dead.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Radiant's courier gets taken out. This might cost the life of the tree, and they've got him in the Nimbus. Duel, stun, and the kill. But the courier going down is actually, bringing it out for 3 minutes is going to be quite beneficial when they're looking for these items. And now Gyro in trouble. He's going to be forced to pop the BKB even if he can. I don't think he can. CDC. Who's the Gyro? I think this is where it kind of turns around.
I'm really freaking out.
They've given Void enough time to kind of sneak his way back into this game. He's almost caught up now with Gyro.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
BKB picked up for the Axe, but it's also picked up here for the Void. So he's in a really good spot now. It's going to be hard to defend these tower pushes coming in from LFS. They might even look to maybe get a pick and go Roche, but they've got Gyro 10 for 30. I just don't think they can take Roche quickly enough. Who's got that X? Zeus. No, it's the Ogre who's got the X. So now the utility turns into aggressive utility where you've got this Scythe. Getting a Hex out on a couple of these heroes, I mean, that could be really deadly if they find the Hex on the right hero and blow him up to start. There's the Thunder God's Wrath looking for the vision. Blink call comes out into the Viper. They've got the Laguna Blade, but look how tanky he is. Zeus gets the kill onto the tree, and he'll buy back immediately. The call down comes out. They have the homing missile. They look for this Viper who's getting low. The Chain Frost bouncing around, comes back. They've got the dunk. They'll have the Yules locking up the Ogre. The buyback on the Viper as well. They've got the call. And now Chrono, big on 3. Viper trying to do something. The Rotomantos comes out. And now they've got the stun coming through on 2 because Juan stole the LSA. They get 3 kills there. It costs them the buyback of the Viper as well as the Treant. And none of them have buyback. This is right into Roche. So right into Roche they go. Try not to yell. And it gets exciting. Yeah, that was a good Chronosphere. I guess I can't fake hype, Kappa. Oh, I just said an emote out loud. I hate when I do that. But seriously, it's I don't know. I want to get excited.
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower
I'm restricted. But this game is right back to even. I said 6,000 net worth. It didn't feel like it. And you've given way too much time, and now the Void's in third of the net worth. Ogre, what felt like more of a utility build, he looks fine now. He's got the X, he's got the Yules, keep his team alive. Heart next, he's gonna be super survivable, has 18 armor.
Dire are scanning.
Good scan. Good scan. Circle out where they
Dire's
think
bottom
they
tower
are.
is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's
Trine
bottom
has such
tower
little
has
farm.
fallen.
It's actually impressive how little farm he has. We're not impressive, but like also unfortunate as well. Was that 4 times? I think that was. So much gold coming his way. Boost up top of the net worth. And they're nearby. It would be nice to see, like, if Trine could get like a blink tag right now. That's like a rough one to get for a 5 position. But just to be able to, you know, maybe get the overgrowth in. So Void after a terrible start, or really a terrible start. Blink call lands on 2. The BKB's gonna be popped. They've got themselves the Nimbus. Call down coming out. BKB is also being used nearby the jar, but the Chronosphere comes in. They'll get the kill onto the Viper. They look over to try and exchange one. Overgrowth comes through. Axe doesn't get the kill, and they lose the first life on this Void. Looking over at James, they'll get themselves a second. No buyback on either of them. The Sinister Gaze through onto the Void. He ends up losing his life and has buyback. Down goes Trine. 3 heroes dead. Looking for the Rubik. They've got themselves 4, possibly 5. TP? Yes. And right back into the hands of CDEC.
Arms for the dead.
Radiant are scanning.
Bounty.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So, they lose 4 there. Back up to 4,000 net worth up.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Invisibility.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Trying to get this tier 3 buyback from Rubik. 12 seconds till they've got the Void. Looking for a blink call. They're going to get it with the homing missile hitting. The BKB's going to be popped by the Axe. Now, Rubik trying to do all he can. Chain Frost comes in. They've got the Yules defensively, and now might give some chase because they have the Void, but he doesn't have Chronosphere for another 45 seconds. However, Overgrowth available. Might be able to get the Axe. The call comes out onto just the Ogre. The BKB's going to be popped by the Void. They'll get the kill into this Axe. He's dead for 54 seconds, but they get the tower.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So, CDEC to take the tier 3. They've got the Stun and Laguna Blade. They get themselves one more. Now the Hex, 4 times cast. Trying to get James. They spot him, have the telekinesis. They have the damage followed up. Laguna Blade stolen. And this is a dead Lina. There's that heart. So, game close, but still an advantage now for CDEC. I brought it back though for LFS. They just have to do that one more time, and as well as bring it back, they need to take the lead and start to push their advantage if they get one.
to be bound.
We're getting those 4 times multicasts out there. I think he just got another one on the Ignite over mid. If he could just get a Hex on multiple heroes with the multicast, that would be disgusting. There's that Thunder God's Wrath. That's to try and get some vision. Staying near the Roche pit. Still a minute and 18 out, and it could be a log spawn, so they're going to take control of this area. I don't know if they're going to move off it, but might just try to farm it up and potentially wait to see if LFS come their way. Meanwhile, Void sitting 4th in the net worth. He's got himself the Mjolnir. BKB down to 7. Satanic. Ogre. And finish off that heart. And does have 2,100 gold saved up for now. And he's going to be picking up bounties, continuing to use the Midas too.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Smoke attempt. And this is where near Roche will spawn. Axe. Smoke broken and a blink away. Really nice job there by CDEC not to get caught by that. Zeus's Octarine and Refresher. Jesus. They're smoking up now too, so they're going to try and make this move. They'll have 1-2-3 lead. Although I feel like his farm's really fallen off. He's behind the Lena now. Has the Ags, has the Yules, Blink Dagger, Aether Lens. Like, I feel like Axe has just kind of really let go on what he's been trying to farm, and that might be just because he feels like he's fine with the Blink BKB and Blade now. Well, you allow your Gyro and your Zeus to find the rest of the farm. Void just can't be the one who gets caught. Ogre comes over, spots the Gyro, gets the Hex. Got the Frost Shield, but Telekinesis lootably that was stolen. Blink Call, that's going to land and hit onto the Viper. We've got Thunder God's Wrath again, as well as the Nimbus. Chain Frost bouncing around with the BKB pop by the Viper. Continue to give chase here onto the Axe. And Time Walk in. Yeah, they're killing a 1-2-3. We'll see if he buys back or if it's going to be a situation that he needs to. Ooh, Stun Laguna! Oh, Void getting caught out again. No way to time walk off the damage. Buyback from the Axe. Now they get the kill on the Lich. He's dead for 75, but the stun comes out from JC's position perfectly. They drop down the Nimbus, and he's still staying away, waiting for his team to come back in as Ogre. He's pretty tanky, but I don't know if he's going to live through all of this. If they continue to converge on them, they lose the Rubik. Dead for 102. And then a multicast with 4 times coming out onto the Gyro, keeping him in place and trying to retreat, but the homing missile hits. It's 3 homing missiles that come through. Call down with the call onto the tree, and they've got the damage. Rocket Barrage, here comes the Chrono, and they've got the BKB. They'll get the damage, kill off the Gyro, look for the Axe. They've got the Nimbus waist down, but the BKB is there, so he's A-okay. And the buyback is committed from the Gyro as well. I double-clicked it. I double-clicked the fight recap. God damn it. spotted. Thunder God's Wrath. Overgrowth comes in. BKB's gonna be popped here by Eve. This could go poorly if they don't position well, but forcing the BKB, and that is a 5-second BKB down for a minute. In for this. I don't think they can. Now he holds on to the Ogre. And the stun, they have Laguna, so they need to be careful. Called out, Chrono potential. It's on cooldown, unfortunately, for another 50 seconds. Time walked in like he still had it, but on cooldown for another 50, it gets the kill there. It takes out the Aegis very quickly. So, 31-20 with a 4,000 net worth lead here for CDEC. And well, Lena's doing a lot of damage with this Ags now with this beer damage with Luna Blade. See how quickly they could rip through some of these heroes.
Radiant are scanning.
Scanned by the Radiant, doesn't catch anybody on the tire, but they are grouped up. They have Crotosphere ready to go. Everything is up for the tire. I'm not sure you really want to fight to a bad spot like this. But call Ogre in trouble. They've got the double Nimbus. The Venn diagram's being made. They get the kill on a dog. He doesn't have buyback. Oh no. No buyback. He's short 200 gold. Although these bounties might be enough to help him out. They need to get him.
Time is money.
I know he's got enough for buyback.
Haste.
This guy he finished now too on the void.
Invisibility.
Void picked up by the tree. I mean, magic
Dire's
resistance
bottom
there.
shrine is under attack.
Magic resistance there. Magic resistance here. I mean, 2 pipes and a hood.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Look at where CDC were. Actually, still thinks it's a 64% chance here. But this is where you start to extend your lead. When LFS don't feel comfortable enough to leave their base, and you're just able to farm the entire side of the map. Making it hard for anybody on LFS to find any farm. You continue to just bump your net worth. E-Boy next for Zeus. It's basically 6 slotted at this point. We'll probably get the Agnim's blessing and put an item in there. Roche, next Roche is for a long time either to get out that Aegis so early really benefits LFS. If CDEC don't feel comfortable going without it. The game feels like CDC are a little bit scared of going in. But we'll see. It just feels like they want to control the map until the Aegis or until Roche is back up, which is not the worst plan in the world, especially when LFS are able to leave the map to get farm. Yeah, I think you're forced in a position where you have to fight. I don't know if you really need to take the fight, but you need to be able to get out of the base and to feel comfortable. You need to find something and move out with the smoke. Oh wow, refresher on the Lina. This Lina has so much farm. They're actually on the opposite side of the maps from each other, so they're not gonna get spotted.
Are scanning.
Scan comes out, not gonna spot anybody. Wards placed down, doesn't matter. Still 2 minutes till Roche is up.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Axe for Rubik, that could be huge too if he could steal the
Money to burn.
Laguna especially. So, I mean, 11,000 net worth lead. This is what happens. You know, you take a look at what I was talking about,
Invisibility.
where, you know, they had a 6,000 net worth lead. It's just been the constant farming and stopping LFS from feeling comfortable on the map, where they're not able to move out and farm themselves. So, you know, you see how much you get from that. How much you get from stopping them from farming at all. It looks like they might take a fight if the opportunity comes, but at the same time they're just sticking near the Roche pit, hopefully that the timer is low and they can get into this Aegis cheese, potential Ag's blessing or refresher short. Yules. I mean, it's just Yules Nimbus. Like, Ogre has 5,000 health. What are you gonna do? Like nothing. All right, 18 seconds. Axe getting caught. And hello, Chronosphere. Move map, please. Use the Chrono. They go on to Eve, and now called out's used. BKB's gonna come out. They look over to turn this around. The Laguna Boy comes through. They'll get the kill out of the tree and protector now. They're fresher. Looking for the stun. Finds the Rubik. Gets the Laguna once again. Double kill for James. Shane Frost bouncing around. Coming back in the Chronosphere. Or the Void, excuse me. BKB is now over on the Viper. They'll give chase to James. The Yules is used. They'll buy back on the Axe. Look at the amount of Nemesis down. Oh, Sinister Gaze onto the Ogre. E-Blade. The damage is pretty significant. They've got the stun. He's trying to stay alive. They have the call, and they will get the dunk. Or, well, don't even use it. They get the kill instead. Just with the team around him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So, I mean, the Ogre has buyback. Rubik back at 40. It just opens up the Roche pin. It was a short Roche. And it is the Ag's blessing. Oh, they find the train again. And now down dead for 90. This is going to be... It should be the Roche for Radiant. Rush. I don't think there's really a way to stop this unless you're committing bodies. You don't have buyback on the Rubik, and you don't have buyback on the tree, and like there's just no way to get in. Who's gonna get this Ags? Are they gonna give it to... They gave it to Axe. AoE Battle Hunger. How many times do you get to see that?
Where's my pension?
No, it's a 20,000 net worth lead, but still, I think these fights are close. It's really been James who's been on point. As a refresher ready in 20 seconds. 10, 4, and 12. That's so much damage with the Laguda Blade being pure damage. Wonder when they're gonna make their move. They have the Aegis on the Gyro. 2 lives there. I mean, you can't really give it to the Zeus. He's 6 slotted overall. You can take the Aetherheads, but... Took out his Boots of Travel. Puts the Ashikai in.
Invisibility.
Been shocking with that.
Well, that would be a treat.
I've got the total damage, so I'll get a smoke. This should be the play where they try to finish the game. They don't have buyback on Gyro. He's got that Aegis, and they don't have buyback on the Axe. So, I mean, if LFS happen to take a decent fight, I mean, they could turn this game around. It's all about landing this chrono, and boy, I feel like it's still farther behind than you'd like to be. If you had that butterfly, I think he'd be in a decent chunk of a decent spot to get things done. Blink call, that's gonna be the Ogre pulling him back to Definitivus as well as the call down. Ogre's gonna be dying here soon. Although he stays alive, pops the BKB, and Laguda Blade comes through anyway, so he's got buyback, and he's probably gonna be forced to use it. Let's see how long he holds it. I mean, there's a Venn diagram here waiting to kill him. Eats the cheese, doesn't want to die. Ogre now, let's see if he buys back. They've got the call now. Chrono hits on just the Axe. The Gyro's still free to do whatever he wants with the BKB. They've got the overgrowth, but they just don't have the damage. CDEC look like they're just going to win this outright, just looking at the lack of damage for the side of LFS. Laguda Blade comes in. Ogre just bought back. Viper Strike placed out of the Gyrocopter. He's just frontlining here while the rest of the team sits back. They'll take the center racks. I mean, it cost them nothing. Didn't even cost them the Aegis.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like that's... Really easily done there by CDC. I mean, they're up 30,000 north. It should be easy. Yeah, and then the Thunder God's Wrath, they'll catch the tree, and they have the Hex, but the Lotus Orb was used. The Gouda Blade comes out, Treant's still alive, and now Lotus Orb is just doing so much work. Treant ends up finally falling. BKB's gonna be used. They eat the cheese. He survives for longer. Going into this Viper, Blink Call comes out. They get the kill to the Lita. They lose the Viper. They look over at the Rubik. He's surrounded. Triple kill here for Eve. He turns on the Faceless Void, who is hit with the Sinister Gaze and, well, really just doesn't have the damage. Ogre Magi try to chase onto the Axe. BKB's gonna be popped by Eve. Chasing Dog, trying to get the kill. Just too long for an Ultra kill. And got the stun with the Lotus Orb again. How many times are you just gonna stun yourself, Ogre? Void ends up falling. He doesn't have buyback, and they get the Hex on the 2 heroes with the multicast, but they finally lose the Ogre. Oh dear.
Return from Carterie.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Aegis is expiring. Or it has expired.
Dire's
Not the
middle
worst
tower
thing in the world.
has fallen.
They couldn't kill Eve once.
Middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
3 heroes left to make the last stand.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
They'll have to fight eventually. Blink Call on the tree and
Top barracks are under attack.
really dead. Forced to buy back immediately.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have mega creeps.
Waiting for the Ogre, but 45 seconds without him. This is going to be a tough game to bring back if they even have the opportunity to do so. Telekinesis, Viper Strike, Lotus Orb sends it back. And still, this is just Gyro in the front.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, you can't. It's surprisingly, there's not even a fight that happens, and I think maybe LFS want a final full fight, but now you're up against Mega Creeps, which shouldn't be too hard to handle. But it does make this game that much harder. It makes it hard for you to leave the base if any wave is pushing in. Bots too, forced F here. Forced F for the Axe.
Haste.
43,000 worth lead. LFS trying to just hold on here. 62 minutes in. I didn't realize we were an hour into this game. Hasn't felt like an hour. But I think at this point, CDC are just waiting for the proper moment to finish the game. Look at how much the Moon Shard's doing. Blink Call comes out. Eve's just going to try and man fight them. And I mean, I guess that's how you're going to go out. Lotus Sphere it up, and then you're just going to die. Sinister Gaze comes in with the Gouda Blade. You lose the Void. It's not like he helped anyway. He's dead for 2 minutes without buyback. Okay. Then finally they rip through the 5,200 health the Ogre has, and that's going to be the game one going to CDC.
Radiant victory.
I'm sorry to laugh, but it's still a little funny. So 45 to 23. XM never died. 40 involved in 40 of the 45 kills. That's disgusting. 100,000 hero damage. My word. I mean, the graph came back to even, and then just back to CDC's favor, and they ended up winning. It took them over an hour, but not bad overall. I tried to save my voice, so I'm not going to explain too much. Game 2 coming up next. CDC versus LFS. I'm your caster BCOM at BCOM92 on Twitter. Follow me to know when I'm casting. And help me get the verification tag on Twitter. Oh, God. I'll be back in a second.